Hey there, Taurus. I hope you guys are doing wonderfully. My apologies for these readings being a bit late. I've had a lot going on, actually. I ended up taking a couple of shifts back at the clinic I was working at just because I need to make ends meet, and that's one way to do it, so I'm doing it. For those of you who have reached out for private readings, my apologies for not being able to respond to you sooner. I switched carriers with my phone service and got a new phone, and everything kind of went haywire. So I've been dealing with that and having non-service for quite a while, and things just not working. There we go. So let's get into your reading for the last portion of August, Taurus. First card you have popping out here is the Nine of Cups. This can talk about contentment, feeling good, enjoying the people that you're with, being in situations that you feel very comfortable in, or at least there's a comfortability within the energy surrounding you. There's an emotional satisfaction that can come with it as well. It's not quite to the Ten of Cups, but it's feeling contented with the people that we're with or just on our own. Generally, it can talk about also feeling emotionally sated. So there's some good energy there. Show me more for Taurus, please. We have the Nine of Wands coming out in reverse here, Taurus. So with that energy, this may be a situation where you are releasing some negative energy, some baggage, decreasing your barriers and boundaries. There may be a connection that you have been potentially, here at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Cups. So a connection that you've either ignored or been on the fence about. It may be a situation where somebody, you or another person, are lowering their boundaries or lowering their energy. This can also talk about somebody who's very guarded, and it's calming down, it's coming down. The Nine of Wands also in regard to family situations. This can be a situation where maybe you and a partner or a person, a friend, whomever it is, were having disagreements in regard to how to do a certain thing. It can also be where somebody is very much protective of themselves or their family, so there may be that to contend with as well. And that shouldn't be something to contend with. If somebody's on guard for a reason, then there's a reason, so trust it. Show me more for Taurus, please. Okay, so you have the Tower coming out in reverse. Interesting energy, the Tower in reverse. I'm going to go ahead and pull the rest of the cards here, okay? Show me more for Taurus, please. Okay, so you have the Star coming out in reverse and the Three of Pentacles with the Magician at the bottom of the deck. So the Tower being in the center of this reading, it's interesting just because it's like, generally the Tower in reverse can talk about somebody who is not communicating the full truth of a situation, or they're leaving things out. Sometimes it tends to be somebody who doesn't communicate the full totality of what it is they need to share just because they're trying to hide certain aspects of it, or they're afraid that they're going to be caught or found out. Generally, it can talk about somebody who's of that nature or mindset, Also with the Tower in reverse, this can also be where we are, how do you say, avoiding, it's a card of avoidance, but in a positive light, it can be also a card where we are potentially avoiding situations that might be problematic for us in the future, dealing with a situation that might, cause confusion, especially if there's been confusion in the past. But this doesn't seem so terrible. I mean, it seems like there may have been some sort of ambivalence or, guarded energy, but it seems like things can move forward now. With the Magician here, you have this change, this desire to create something more. Is this communication with somebody? Is this, working together with somebody? It's kind of interesting just because the Tower and the Star here in reverse, this is almost as if like somebody's trying to avoid stepping into the light or stepping into being seen here with the Star in reverse. It can also, with the Star in reverse, communicate an energy where somebody is needing to heal certain things within themselves, but they're having a difficult time connecting to that energy. And with the Tower here, it's also as if, that might be something that we're trying to dodge, so what can help that? How can you make this manifestation better? How can you get this going and moving in the right direction? Either this Tower is here because somebody is avoidant and afraid to communicate what they feel or the direction that they want to take, or it could be a situation where somebody is trying to hide something about themselves or hide some sort of information and not communicate everything, which needs to come out. If you're going to work with something, because it ends here working together with a partner or with a group of people or with a person, however it works with you. The Three of Pentacles communicates goals, working efficiently and effectively with others. It's being on the same page with people. If somebody is, I feel that gets addressed just because we have the Magician here, we have the Three of Pentacles here. I feel like this gets addressed because for this to be the ending of this energy, something positive happens here. So I'm very curious about how this goes. Pardon me. Let's go ahead and actually, you know what? I want to do this. Different deck altogether, an oracle deck. Please show me the Tower in reverse here for Taurus. Show me the Tower in reverse for Taurus. Okay, so we have the first card out, wounds. Childhood trauma affects this relationship, okay? And stability, solid foundations. So if trauma is affecting something, how can that be changed? How might we be running away from things that need to be addressed? That is the type of emotional baggage that needs to be changed or at least looked into. It feels like somebody might be ready to do that, but it's like they're lowering their defenses, but still maybe not ready to do it. Stability is probably something that this person either needs within the connection or you need, Taurus. And that could be stable within yourself to feel comfortable moving forward in whatever this is, to feel comfortable connecting to either yourself or another person here, or even just bringing stability back to a situation where you can feel okay with everything that is currently going on in your life. I'm curious about the Nine of Wands. Show me the Nine of Wands for Taurus, please. So the Nine of Wands, miscommunication, not seeing eye to eye, misunderstanding. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, miscommunication, this can be fighting, not seeing eye to eye with a situation. It could have caused somebody to be very guarded about themselves, or really just, if it were going against a situation where a family unit was involved, it might be where communication either got harsh or things were said that was against the family unit or against a person, which may have caused instability within the connection from the get-go. Show me the Nine of Cups. Show me the Nine of Cups for Taurus. I know I'm going backwards and forwards, but it is what it is. So you have this card is admiration. Someone admires you. Is that the connection? Is that the connection what it was initially? And then through miscommunication, somebody became guarded, but now we want to move forward. This is kind of a confusing energy. It feels like almost an internal process. And, Taurus, I will say a lot of the other signs have gotten that kind of internal process. The readings have not been about love and romance and, I don't know, that kind of stuff. It's been more like a change, a churning of the inside, which doesn't surprise me necessarily, just because we're in this particular time right now where shifting and changing our own energy is incredibly pivotal to our experience as people. And it's not really even about others. It's about us being selfish about ourselves and our needs and clearing out a lot of the internal junk that has been kind of stuck in there that causes problems moving forward. And it feels like that might be something here with the Star in reverse. It's somebody that is either denying their talents or they're afraid to come into the light. Show me the Star in reverse here for Taurus. So we have surprise and unexpected messages on the way. An unexpected message in regard to that. how does that work? Is this an internal message saying it's okay to now open up? Is it okay to trust in your divine process and the direction that you're supposed to go in? You know, generally the star talks about healing on multiple levels. You know, there's an energy that comes through when it's for acknowledging, you know, our gifts and utilizing them to the best of our ability. It's bringing out our best traits that are seen by others, where you can help others heal and manifest through that kind of creation. What is the stalling here, though? Show me the Three of Pentacles for Taurus. Is that it? Okay. Integrity. Act in love, act with conscience. And at the bottom of the deck, you have soulmate, souls in close vibrational resonancy. Okay, so that would make sense why you would want to connect with energies and work in tandem, but integrity seems to be here as well, which I think is probably the best placement for this integrity card with the Three of Pentacles. This is about connecting with people who share the same level of integrity that you do. You know, this could also be you not wanting to do that unless there is integrity. So that might be also something here as well. Soulmate energy, you know, we're all soulmates, but with the Magician, it's creation here. So are you creating this with soulmate intention to connect with a lover? I have a hard time with twin flames, but I know a lot of people trust in that path, and I'm not saying it's not real, but for me, I think a lot of the how do you call it, just a lot of the flowery entrapment that goes in with twin flame energy seems to be a bit much for me. You know, if somebody wants to be in your life, they'll be in your life. They will show you that. You know, I have a hard time with, oh, the divine masculine is running and the divine feminine is stalking him and this and that, and it's just, you know, whatever. But if you have the intention to connect with soulmate energy, it's possible here. I like that the Magician is here. I like that the Three of Pentacles is here at these end marks, just because it tells me that there is potential there. There is something that can happen, but it feels here, Taurus, that energy needs to be healed within the self or within the connection. Surprise, you know, the Tower in reverse. This can also talk about going back to a situation that you may have thought was over, as well. And that may have either caused wounds within a person, or this could just be, you know, like it says, childhood trauma affects this relationship. I mean, that affects all relationships. We have to be open to the connection, you know, and be able to trust that there is integrity within the connection. It's a safe place to lower your defensive. It's a safe place to trust that your divine path is, first of all, wanted, acknowledged, and hopefully experienced and expressed here. I'm going to go ahead and pull, show me for Taurus, please. Ooh, okay. Okay, so that came out super fast. You have the Queen of Wands in reverse for the Star in reverse. So the Queen of Wands in reverse is an interesting card. Okay, here we've got the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. The Queen of Wands in reverse is an interesting card, especially when it comes to not trusting your own path or your divinity. You know, we all have divinity. That's not just something for gurus and, you know, holy people. Like, we are all divine. That is part of our experience here. We're working ourselves back to the divine even more so. But this is the path to get there. With the Queen of Wands in reverse, this can sometimes talk about somebody who is bitchy, angry, you know, that kind of stuff. But, you know, and they're kind of grudgy, whatever, angry type of energy. It's hard to be around energy, but what I'm picking up here with the Queen of Wands, generally she is somebody who takes charge in her life. She trusts the process. She knows what's up. If we have a Queen of Wands here not following her star, her path, if all of these energies are in reverse, there's something going on with that energy of the person, you know, whether they don't trust themselves. A lot of the time, the Queen of Wands in reverse can be a person who has a difficult time trusting their self or their intuition. They have a difficult time knowing that what they bring to the table is something that is worthy and valuable. I like that surprise is here, you know, just because it's almost as if surprise, change of plans. I can say that because we have this and this here. You know, it's just there's a stalling that needs to be addressed. Also, the Queen of Wands as well. And it's not, she can talk about, in reverse, she can talk about somebody who is having a very difficult time in their life. And sometimes a move or change in location can be incredibly helpful to get those wheels turning for her to see the potential in a new experience. She may just be very bogged down. Either, you know, overall, it's just kind of an energy of not trusting ourselves, or not trusting a situation. It could be not trusting a person as well, not trusting the path that, you know, either they are on or however, but again, you connect. So, but with some ambivalence and anxiety as well. I want to see more about this. Show me the Queen of Wands and the Star in reverse. Why are the Queen of Wands and the Star in reverse, please? Show me the Queen of Wands and the Star in reverse. So you have preparation, squirrel, gathering, planning, diligent. So it's a change, surprise. Good, I'm glad. At the bottom of the deck, there's trickster, coyote. Trickster is the magician. Surprises, playfulness, humor, surprise. I think somebody's going to surprise people. Squirrels, what do? They squirrel away their nuts. They squirrel away things so they can be safe and better taken care of during winter, you know? Winter is upon us. It's coming. But either way, it's almost as if somebody is preparing to emerge or preparing to surprise, bring some surprise to a situation. And I think they surprise themselves because it feels almost as if they put themselves back on track. Let's see here. Show me the Three of Pentacles with integrity for Taurus. Okay, so you have the Judgment card coming out here. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Wands. So in regard to this, connections with people, foundations potentially being resurrected or decided upon with the Judgment card. This is about taking heavy consideration into a situation if you want to continue with it or not with a partner. Could be dealing with Aries, could be dealing with Virgo, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Aquarius, Scorpio. It doesn't matter. Any human, you know, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. It doesn't really matter. The energy is there for you. If it resonates for you, then I would say, you know, there you go. But again, somebody needs to come through. I almost feel like there's an aspect here where we are either not accepting a part of ourselves or trusting that a part of ourselves can make a job happen or do something. You know, it's like we need to trust the potential of ourselves moving up into a progression. So that's kind of what I'm feeling here. I'm not feeling a lot of like love, romance energy. That's kind of what I'm feeling, you know, but, or what I'm not feeling, but this is what I'm, this is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling everything. Jesus. That's the wrong deck. Let's see. I think so. Can you show me advice for Taurus, please, in this situation? What does Taurus need to learn? What advice do you have for Taurus, please? Okay. So you have the Lovers coming out in reverse, and you have the Five of Wands coming out in reverse. It's interesting energy with the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So with this, it's difficult because it's almost as if, like, to move forward in something, one has to release any type of conflict that they're having. And I don't know, it's almost as if like they have to decrease their love of a person or a situation to move forward with it. That seems a little confusing to me, just because it's like, if you don't appreciate something or love something, why would you move towards it? That's uncomfortable. You know, it's like, what else is there? Is there trickster energy happening here? You know, is there trickster, interesting energy? Yeah. Generally, the Lovers in reverse communicates an energy where we release something that we very much cared for, or we no longer are in resonance with a relationship. You know, we are willing to make a head over heart decision in regard to finding what is better for us. If it's a situation, so if you're dealing with a current person and the situation is causing too much conflict, the best thing for you to do is probably just to leave it, let it go. You have other options that better stabilize your energy moving on. I feel in a way too that this Three of Pentacles moving forward might be a completely different situation that you can take in your own hands with the King of Wands here. This is somebody who's a leader. You know, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. If you're transforming into the King of Wands, this is somebody who feels very positive about the direction that they're going in. They trust themselves and they're ready to move forward. You know, this energizes some, or it shares the Queen of Wands in reverse. It's kind of a unstable energy or an unhappy, frustrated energy, not feeling tip-top within themselves, not feeling like they can conquer what they set their goals to. But then with the King of Wands, you do. So Taurus, you may have a reconnection with somebody that could go potentially well here, or you may decide to not reconnect with somebody and your outcome ends up positive either way. I think the biggest roadblock here is feeling like you are either worthy or your talents or your contributions here with a person or connection that needs to be honored and seen. It just seems like somebody is not being seen here. Tower in reverse, though, I feel like, yes, there will be a surprise that comes through. It may be a separation or it may be a rekindling. Either way, the direction that it moves forward towards leaves you in a positive light and experience. So I'm going to let this go. Soulmate energy, you're likely connecting to somebody who you've been around plenty, but we shall see. Do you want me to do a romance angel? I'll do one for shits and giggles, because who knows, this might be romantic for somebody and I'm just not feeling it, but the message that I'm sharing is what I'm sharing. Show me, is there anything as far as romantic stuff? Okay, so you have, soulmate, okay. And then at the bottom of the deck, it is safe for you to love. It is safe. It is safe. You know, it is safe for you to love. It is safe for you to connect. Here underneath soulmate, or it is safe, heart-to-heart conversation. So if you need to communicate with somebody, just do it. You know, it's probably easiest that way. With soulmate here showing up in two different decks, you know, that might be saying something for you, especially when we can discontinue karma. Soulmate, karma, twin flame karmic energies. I believe that they're all soulmate energies. You can put every label under the sun that you want on them. That's your decision. Mine is just to kind of strip it down and look at them all as soulmate relationships. You know, they all have their values. They all have their pitfalls. Doesn't mean that they're terrible, or it doesn't mean that the person's terrible. You know, and with that too, like, do you choose to build with somebody, Taurus, or with soulmate energy, like, is this a situation that is requiring you to dig a bit deeper so that you can examine the star in reverse and turn it upright so that we can either trust the direction, trust our intuition, you know, and really shine here. Sometimes when we release ourselves from people that we've been kind of enmeshed with for a while, sorry, I've got a motorcycle going by, I've got all the windows open, it's 1,000,000 degrees. Sometimes when we give ourselves the opportunity to discontinue being part of a connection, a soulmate connection or karmic connection or whatever you want to call it, you give yourself a foot up. You know, you basically give yourself the opportunity to change a situation which no longer requires you to be enmeshed with somebody. It feels like that might have happened here. So that can bring up a lot of wounding. It can bring up confusion. It can also show us certain things that we either don't want to look at within ourselves, with the Queen of Wands and the Tower both in reverse, you know. And also with surprise as well. Surprise may be something pertaining to this type of energy, maybe a surprise to whomever this is resonating with, which is kind of to flush out a lot of that negative toxicity that kind of has us within this kind of self-imposed prison of like inactivity, being afraid to move forward because we don't trust ourselves or a situation or whatever it may be. I feel in the end you do, reclaim that energy and your own personal power with the King of Wands. It's just going to take some time and communication. And even if you don't communicate with this, if this is an internal situation for you, take the time to really piece it out. The star is in reverse for a reason. We want it upright. We want to be able to trust our intuition, our direction, and our path, and know that the direction we're going in is divinely guided and it's for us. Things are in our lives for specific reasons. We don't enter into jobs or meet people or fall in love with certain people or, all of these different things. We don't do them just because, oh, it just happened. Like, there is a meaning for it all. Like, have you ever been in a relationship and just thought, oh, that did absolutely nothing for me. I didn't learn anything. I didn't gain anything. Of course you gained something. Of course you learned something. That is part of it. So I'm going to leave it here. And I hope that this was helpful. It was hella rambly, but we shall see. So yeah, if you found it helpful, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I know it's a bit out there. If you want to donate to my channel, there's a link in the description box below. And if you want to book a private reading, you can email me at the Altruistic Mystic at thealtruisticmystic@gmail.com. Oh my God, I can't think of anything but ice cream. We've never had an ice cream truck down this street. I don't know what's going on. It's like pandemic fever. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good ice cream. Bye.